Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the world's most intriguing and, at times, challenging places. Today, we're turning our focus to a critical yet often overlooked part of our global society: slums. These are not just areas of extreme poverty, but also centers of incredible resilience, innovation, and community spirit. In this video, we will explore the top 10 largest slums in the world, places where millions of people live under difficult conditions, yet manage to find ways to survive, adapt, and even thrive. Let's take a closer look at these communities. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Manshiyat, Naser, a sprawling slum located in the heart of Cairo, Egypt. Known locally as Garbage City, Manshiyat Naser is home to around 60,000 people, many of whom work as informal waste collectors. The residents, known as the Zabaleen, have developed a highly efficient, though informal, recycling system that processes Cairo's waste. In fact, they recycle about 80 to 90% of the waste they collect, a rate far higher than most formalized waste management systems worldwide. Manshiyat Naser is characterized by narrow, dusty streets lined with towering piles of sorted waste: plastic, metal, glass, and organic materials, all waiting to be recycled. Despite the apparent chaos, there is a complex and organized system at work here. Families have been involved in waste collection and recycling for generations, and this work, though tough and underappreciated, provides a vital service to Cairo's population of over 20 million. Yet, living conditions are extremely harsh. Many homes lack basic amenities such as clean water, proper sanitation, and electricity. The streets are often unpaved, and access to healthcare and education is limited. Despite these challenges, the Zabaleen community has shown incredible resilience. They have built schools, churches, and health centers, and they continue to innovate in their recycling practices. Manshiyat Naser stands as a testament to the strength and resourcefulness of communities living in extreme poverty. At number 9, we find Ciudad Bolívar, a vast slum located on the southern hills of Bogotá, Colombia's capital. With a population of over 700,000, Ciudad Bolívar is more than just a neighborhood. It's a city within a city. It has grown rapidly over the decades as people fleeing violence in rural areas have settled here, seeking safety and economic opportunities. However, life in Ciudad Bolívar is far from easy. The area is plagued by high levels of unemployment, crime, and poverty. Homes are often makeshift, built from whatever materials residents can find: wood, metal sheets, and concrete blocks. Basic services such as water, electricity, and sewage are often unreliable or entirely absent in some parts of the slum. But Ciudad Bolívar is not just a place of hardship. It's also a place of hope and community activism. Local residents have organized to improve their living conditions, creating community centers, schools, and small businesses. In recent years, there has been a significant focus on youth programs, aiming to provide alternatives to the gang violence that has historically been a problem in the area. Programs focused on arts, sports, and education have made a positive impact, offering young people a chance to envision a future beyond the slum. Despite its challenges, Ciudad Bolívar is a community that is fighting to change its narrative. It's a place where, amidst the adversity, there's a spirit of perseverance and a drive to build a better future. Coming in at number 8 is Makoko, one of the most unique slums in the world, located in Lagos, Nigeria. Often referred to as the Venice of Africa, Makoko is a floating slum, with much of its population living in houses on stilts in the Lagos Lagoon. The slum is home to over 100,000 people, though some estimates suggest the number could be as high as 300,000. Makoko is a fascinating example of human adaptability. The community has developed an entire way of life centered around the water. Residents navigate the narrow waterways in canoes, which serve as the primary means of transportation. Fishing is a major source of livelihood, and small floating markets offer everything from food to household goods. However, the conditions in Makoko are extremely challenging. The area is severely overcrowded, and sanitation is a major issue, with most waste and sewage going directly into the water. The lack of clean drinking water, electricity, and healthcare services exacerbates the already difficult living conditions. Furthermore, the slum is under constant threat from government eviction efforts, as Lagos authorities seek to redevelop the area. Despite these challenges, the people of Makoko have shown incredible resilience. Community-led initiatives have seen the construction of floating schools and health centers, which have become symbols of hope and ingenuity. Makoko is a place where, against all odds, life continues to thrive on the water. At number 7, we visit Petare, a massive slum located in the eastern part of Caracas, Venezuela. Petare is one of the largest and most densely populated slums in Latin America, with an estimated population of over 700,000. It's a sprawling maze of narrow streets, makeshift houses, and steep hillsides, where life is a constant struggle against poverty, violence, and political instability. Petare's history is deeply tied to Venezuela's broader socio-economic challenges. Over the decades, waves of migration from rural areas and economic downturns have driven people into the city, with many ending up in Petare. The slum has grown rapidly and haphazardly, with little in the way of urban planning. The result is an area that is incredibly difficult to navigate, with poor infrastructure and limited access to basic services. Violence is a major issue in Petare. The area has one of the highest crime rates in Caracas, with gangs controlling large parts of the slum. Kidnappings, robberies, and drug trafficking are common, and the local police force struggles to maintain order. Despite this, the community remains tight-knit, with residents relying on each other for support and protection. In recent years, Petare has also become a center of political activism. Many residents are deeply involved in local and national politics, advocating for better living conditions and more government support. Despite the overwhelming challenges, there is a strong sense of community and a determination to fight for a better future. At number 6 is Khayelitsha, located on the outskirts of Cape Town, South Africa. With an estimated population of over 2 million people, Khayelitsha is one of the largest slums in South Africa and one of the fastest-growing urban areas in the country. The slum was established during the apartheid era as a designated area for Black Africans, and it has since grown into a sprawling settlement characterized by severe poverty, overcrowding, and limited access to services. Khayelitsha is divided into several sections, ranging from formal housing areas to vast expanses of informal settlements made up of shacks constructed from corrugated iron, wood, and plastic. Many residents lack access to clean water, electricity, and proper sanitation facilities. Unemployment is high, and those who do find work often have to travel long distances to jobs in the city. Crime is a significant issue in Khayelitsha, with high rates of violence, including gang activity, robberies, and assaults. The local police are often under-resourced and struggle to maintain order in such a large and densely populated area. Despite these challenges, Khayelitsha is also a place of hope and activism. Numerous NGOs and community groups are working to improve living conditions, offering educational programs, healthcare services, and initiatives to combat crime and violence. The slum is also home to a vibrant cultural scene, with local artists, musicians, and entrepreneurs contributing to a growing sense of pride and identity among residents. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Neza-Chalco-Itza, a massive slum on the outskirts of Mexico City. With a population of over 4 million people, this sprawling area is one of the largest slums in the world. Neza-Chalco-Itza is actually an amalgamation of 3 neighborhoods: Neza-Chalco-Itza, commonly known as Naser, Chalco, and Iztapalapa-Itza. Together, they form a vast urban sprawl characterized by dense housing, limited infrastructure, and widespread poverty. Neza-Chalco-Itza has its roots in the mid-20th century, when migrants from rural areas began settling on the outskirts of Mexico City, seeking better economic opportunities. Over time, the area grew rapidly, with little in the way of urban planning or government oversight. As a result, many homes were built without proper foundations, leading to issues with flooding and structural stability. Life in Neza-Chalco-Itza is a daily struggle for many residents. Access to clean water, electricity, and sanitation is inconsistent, and the area suffers from high levels of crime and violence. Unemployment and underemployment are common, with many residents working in informal sectors or commuting long distances to low-paying jobs in the city. Despite these challenges, Neza-Chalco-Itza is a vibrant community with a strong sense of identity. The area has a rich cultural heritage, with numerous festivals, markets, and local traditions. In recent years, there have been efforts to improve living conditions, with community organizations working to provide better housing, education, and healthcare. The residents of Neza-Chalco-Itza are determined to create a better future for themselves and their families, despite the obstacles they face. At number 4, we head to Brazil and the famous Rocinha, the largest favela in Rio de Janeiro. Rocinha is home to an estimated 100,000 to 200,000 people, though the exact number is difficult to determine due to the informal nature of the settlement. Located on a steep hillside overlooking some of Rio's wealthiest neighborhoods, Rocinha is a striking example of the stark contrasts that define urban life in Brazil. Rocinha is a city within a city, with its own shops, schools, and even banks. The favela is a bustling hub of activity, with narrow streets and alleyways packed with small businesses, food vendors, and street markets. Despite its vibrant community life, Rocinha faces many challenges. The area is plagued by poverty, inadequate infrastructure, and high levels of violence, particularly related to drug trafficking. The presence of armed gangs and frequent clashes with police are a daily reality for many residents. However, Rocinha is also a place of resilience and creativity. Over the years, residents have developed a strong sense of community, with numerous grassroots organizations working to improve living conditions. Initiatives focused on education, healthcare, and cultural programs have had a significant impact, helping to empower residents and provide opportunities for young people. Rocinha is also a center of cultural expression, with a rich tradition of music, dance, and art. The favela is known for its vibrant street art, samba schools, and carnival celebrations, which are an important part of Rio's cultural identity. Rocinha's residents are proud of their community and continue to fight for recognition and better living conditions. At number 3, we visit Orangi town in Karachi, Pakistan, one of the largest slums in Asia and the world. With a population estimated to be over 2.4 million people, Orangi town is a sprawling, densely populated area that faces many of the same challenges as other slums: poverty, inadequate infrastructure, and limited access to basic services. Orangi town is often described as a city within a city, with its own informal economy, schools, and healthcare facilities. Despite the lack of government support, the residents of Orangi have developed their own solutions to the problems they face. One of the most notable examples of this is the Orangi Pilot Project, a community-led initiative that began in the 1980s to provide sanitation services to the area. Through this project, residents have built thousands of latrines and sewer lines, significantly improving living conditions. However, life in Orangi town is still fraught with challenges. The area is characterized by overcrowded housing, with many families living in small, makeshift homes. Access to clean water and electricity is inconsistent, and the area is vulnerable to flooding during the monsoon season. Crime and violence are also major issues, with gang activity and political unrest contributing to a sense of insecurity. Despite these difficulties, the people of Orangi town continue to persevere. Community organizations and NGOs are working to improve education, healthcare, and economic opportunities, and there is a strong sense of solidarity among residents. Orangi town is a place where, despite the odds, people are striving to create better lives for themselves and their families. Coming in at number 2 is Dharavi, perhaps the most famous slum in the world, located in the heart of Mumbai, India. Dharavi is home to an estimated 1 million people, packed into an area of just over 2 square kilometers, making it one of the most densely populated places on the planet. Despite the harsh living conditions, Dharavi is a thriving hub of economic activity, with thousands of small-scale industries operating within its narrow lanes. Dharavi is often referred to as India's largest slum, but it is much more than that. It is a microcosm of Mumbai itself, a place of immense contrasts, where poverty and entrepreneurship exist side by side. The slum is home to a wide range of industries, including leather production, pottery, textiles, and recycling. It is estimated that Dharavi's economy generates over $1 billion annually, despite the lack of formal infrastructure and government support. Life in Dharavi is a daily struggle for many residents. Most homes are small, cramped, and lack basic amenities such as clean water, sanitation, and electricity. The slum is also vulnerable to health issues, with frequent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera and tuberculosis. However, Dharavi's residents are known for their resilience and resourcefulness. The community has developed its own systems of governance and social support, with numerous NGOs and community groups working to improve living conditions. Dharavi has also gained international recognition through films, documentaries, and books that highlight both the challenges and the vibrant spirit of the community. Despite its reputation as a place of extreme poverty, Dharavi is a place where people are constantly striving to improve their lives and build a better future. And finally, at number 1, we have Kibera, located in Nairobi, Kenya. Kibera is often referred to as Africa's largest slum, with a population estimated to be between 250,000 to 1 million people, depending on various sources. Kibera is a vast, sprawling settlement that has become symbolic of the challenges faced by slums across Africa. Extreme poverty, inadequate infrastructure, and limited access to basic services. Kibera is a place of stark contrasts. On one hand, it is a community struggling with overcrowded housing, poor sanitation, and high levels of unemployment. Many homes in Kibera are small, makeshift structures made from mud, wood, and corrugated iron. Access to clean water, electricity, and healthcare is severely limited, and the slum is prone to outbreaks of diseases such as cholera and typhoid. On the other hand, Kibera is also a place of incredible resilience and innovation. The community is home to numerous social enterprises, NGOs, and grassroots organizations working to improve living conditions and provide opportunities for residents. The slum has produced numerous artists and musicians who have gained international recognition, and the community's spirit of creativity and determination is evident in every corner. Despite the overwhelming challenges, the people of Kibera are determined to create a better future for themselves and their families. It is a place where, amidst the poverty and hardship, there is hope, resilience, and an unyielding drive for change. And there you have it, the top 10 largest slums in the world. These are places where millions of people live under incredibly difficult conditions, yet they continue to fight, innovate, and build their communities. Slums are often seen as places of despair, but they are also places of hope, resilience, and untold stories. What struck you most about these communities? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos. Until next time, keep exploring the world with us.